Right, I'm gonna save the mirror girls. Pretty sure that's what we're doing here. I should have just went in this, because it is 1,000 times more reliable. But whatever. Here we go.
Hello.
Yeah! We've saved people. Don't be mad. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't be mad that you saved people.
Okay. Oh! Yes! Yes!
Yeah,
There we
let's go!
Mirror powers! Finally.
Well done.
Well, there is something more to this room. Or I could just use the mirror powers. It's a difficult one. I feel like I should go right and see what else is in this room. If I can, of course. But
Yeah,
mirror powers are tempting. Because, I mean, that's been plaguing me since the very beginning, so...
Fucking powers of the mirror. Yeah, fair enough. It's true. If I was you, that's where I'd be in the fucking editing chair going, how many times have I mentioned mirror? It would have been like a whole fucking montage of mirror.
Could not be asked to do that.
I know. That's why I said if I was in your chair.
Well, you're welcome to do it. I wouldn't. Sounds boring.
What do you edit in, by the way? Is it Final Cut or Premiere?
Neither.
One of the above. What is it?
I use Vegas.
Oh my god, I was gonna fucking guess that next. Oh.
Ooh. I got an axe.
Nice. I have a question actually about Sunny Vegas. Are they still updating it, or is it like
They are,
just
yeah.
like
Yeah, it's still updating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, released a new version semi-recently. It's quite good.
What's their speciality like Sunny Vegas? Like what's the
I just find that their UI is really competent. I tried DaVinci Resolve and I really hate it. Like it's so it's so easy to use. Like if I press S on the keyboard, it will split the footage. It's like, okay, great. That's really nice.
Yeah.
That's very easy. It's very. I don't have to think about it. It's whatever. It's done. But like, if you like DaVinci Resolve, like if you want to do that, you have to like click a separate button and then trim where you want, and then it's like so needlessly awkward. Just let me just do it. Like, you know, like a lot of editors do that. I can't speak for what Premiere's like because I'm never buying Premiere. It's so expensive. Like it may be the best editor in the world, but it's like £20 a month, and that's not counting Photoshop or whatever. Like
I can't speak to like the price point and stuff, but what I was gonna say though is I think for me like spending a lot of time on Photoshop and then opening like After Effects and Premiere.
Yeah.
A lot of the language and short keys and things are the same, and like the way that the UI is designed, so it makes it really accessible. So like all of my YouTube videos, like I used to use iMovie, and then like when I actually gave a shit about what I was doing, I immediately turned to Premiere, and it made a lot of sense just because I was used to that. So it doesn't necessarily make like I think like the kind of content right that like you and I would ever be editing, right? Like, it doesn't actually fucking make a difference what the fuck you're doing. Like, I think it's kind of this. Maybe this is not accurate. I'm gonna say a huge fucking thing. This might not be true at all. I think maybe an editing software to somebody who is not like if I was gonna say, okay, I'm gonna edit this project and I'm gonna do it in Premiere because I'm comfortable with that. To me, it's like, hey, I know how to make like a Blue Yeti microphone sound really good, and it's at this price point. Or you could be somebody who's like, hey, I'm gonna like fucking buy this really expensive microphone, and I know that there's ways to make it sound like shit, but I have the understanding of how to utilize it to the best of its capabilities.
Yeah.
Like I find with some things, for what you're using it for and for who's listening and observing that thing, you don't need to know all of the ins and outs of how to, I guess, like navigate and or like present your final result. Like it's not that big of a deal. So like what I just do is like I know how to fucking use all the short keys and like Adobe's offering, so I can do that. And then I know the result's gonna be good, and the audio equipment might be trash, but like I know how to like operate and how to make it sound the best that it is. Because like you could spend a lot of money on editing software,
absolutely.
like different things, but it's not necessarily what's the best answer or response to like what that individual needs it to be, which I think is like the biggest like catch thing. Like even like in the early YouTube, I think the early YouTubers of Let's Playing had it down to a science where it doesn't matter like what camera or mic you have, like as long as you're entertaining,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
it's okay.
absolutely.
Like it really doesn't matter.
I agree to an extent though, or I disagree to an extent. I think the quality of the visuals matter. So like using.
Well, sure, but that's not impacted necessarily by the editor though. If you import
No,
an
no, no,
HD
no.
video, like iMovie, it's still
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
be
sure,
HD.
sure. But I meant like
Yeah.
in terms of like if visually it wasn't the nicest,
Like versus like a camera or a capture card.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
it
Fair.
did impact your channel, I would argue. I think if my Skylanders footage of ye olden days was done with like a HD capture card, I reckon my channel would have done much better at the time. Hard to say.
Can I rebuttal a little bit on that? I think that when that series was popular, I actually don't think that's when like we started giving a fuck about quality. That's when like Yogscast, when like the Shadow of Israfel shit was popular. Their quality was shit, dude. It was a screen cap on a fucking, or I'm not gonna say necessarily it was a screen cap, but it was like Bandicam or whatever on their Minecraft application.
Yeah.
It was nothing more than their personalities and their constriction, I guess, of like a. When they started though, it was not the story of Israfel. It was just them playing Minecraft. So I don't necessarily think that that in that case it actually matters that much.
No,
I
perhaps not,
think I think now, yes, because
Yeah.
we set a different standard. But from what we were talking about, I don't actually think it's that big.
Yeah, perhaps not. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
And I think that we're probably also like hyper aware of that stuff though, because I think as like the creative behind something, and this is where like I feel a lot of this way is being the consumer of something. Sometimes you don't see all of like the little like holes and stuff in like the production or whatever that maybe like the creator of that thing feels. But when you're making something and the audio maybe peaks or pops or the camera glitches for like a second, or like even me on fucking YouTube muting my Blue Yeti and shit, nobody actually gave a fuck about that. Like it kind of became like a staple of like a thing that I would do, like muting over a cutscene. But like in retrospect, like nobody actually gave a fuck whether or not they could hear the cutscene in perfect clarity. Like that wasn't what that was about. So I think sometimes when you're making something, you kind of like fly too close to it and you sort of overanalyze something, and it's not it's really not that big of a deal. Again, that's just my opinion. I don't think it's that. I don't think overall. I don't think this commentary is that deep. But yeah, I just think that's.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah. But yeah.
It's I guess it's like a shoulda, coulda, woulda thing. Like what would
for sure.
Would the channel have been like had this happened versus this? But like, I don't really massively care about the old days. I think like it's really interesting like seeing how like certain people perceive like my older content, especially like, my older stuff. I think is not great. I think there were some bits for sure which are, but like you know, I think what I've made in the past couple of years, but like in terms of like my style of humor and like the major essay videos or whatever, like I think those are just really good stuff. And like I say there are some stuff in the olden days which are good. And I'm sure like there's also some stuff now which is not as good, but it's still just I don't know. I guess it's a perception of what I think of my own past, and like versus in terms of work versus now. I suspect everyone feels that way, right? Like the work you do now is better than it was 10 years ago or whatever.
Yeah. And I think though too, like I don't know, like even talking about like your work from the past, I guess like in a weird way, like it's not in a weird way, like blatantly, like I was a fan before I was your friend and I infiltrated your life. So
Yes,
I have like a little bit of a more like, you know, being a viewer of that era, kind of like what that content meant to me and like what it means now.
Yeah.
And I guess just kind of like a peer review of that. It actually, I think it's when you embed something in nostalgia, it actually matters a lot to people. Like,
Yeah, it
for
does.
me, even like the Skylander thing, right? And like when you watch through that series again, similar probably to me with like Crash or the fucking shit that I did. You're probably combing it through and you're going, oh, the fucking camera was shit, and the editing was terrible, and the audio was bad, and my commentary was shit. I'm not seeing that.
Yeah, that's true.
When I watch that, I am looking at that, I'm going, oh man, this brought me so much fucking enjoyment when I was younger, and this is the thing that got me into doing this thing, and I associate so much positivity with this that it's completely not 100% separate from what you made, but you can, like myself, I infiltrated my own life and like history into that thing, where it's not fair to necessarily, like, again, anybody can feel however they want about what they've made or what any other person has made. It's not a judgment of, nobody can have the ultimate fucking seeing eye of it. But if it's a consolation of you to feel like what you've done is actually worth the shit, it's completely cemented in my childhood.
Yeah.
Same with the Yogscast. Your content for Skylanders is like and I'm not saying this to like blow smoke up your ass, like genuinely, it's that kind of a thing. It's like, that's a cementing thing of like YouTube culture to me and Let's Play culture. That's not what it is now, but what it was, and that it's just such a lovely thing that doesn't exist anymore. So to me, when I look at your old videos, and when I look at like the old Christmas shit and the old Skylander shit, like, I don't give a fuck about the production. It's actually part of the production of it is what makes it so good to me. So I don't know, like, I just don't, I think that now with what people make and stuff, if you're trying to appease to like modern day and build a thing in that trajectory, like, yes, you have to probably hit like a specific set of marks, but for things that you've done formerly that you believe are not up to snuff, and not just you, but like you as like the royal you, it does mean a lot to other people in ways that I don't think that the actual creator will ever really understand.
I think it's impossible for the creator to really grasp.
Which is too bad, because if they got it, then they would actually understand that it's a really big deal. Like, I was just watching the Skylanders shit the other day, and it really made me happy, and it's a shame that that, you know, sometimes people and like the creator of that content, like, they won't get how awesome it is. It's like if you were to then think to watching like Chugga Conroy maybe, right? Like, or Kid Icarus, like the old shit, and you're like, oh my god, like, that's what got me into doing this shit.
Yeah,
that
Kid Icarus doesn't like
is what I have towards like your shit. So it's that kind of a thing. Like, you have to be like, oh yeah, you know, maybe it is like it's harder to project yourself into, or like put yourself in the shoes of like being the one who other people like have a value to, sort of historically. But like, and I hate that that's not like a thing that people can immediately understand, because, you know, there should be like a value to that. Like, it doesn't mean, like, I don't know, like, I really think there's like an inherent importance to that. That means you basically made like a history or a moment in time for, like, not necessarily just like my childhood, but like fucking a ton of people's childhoods, right? And like, and that in a way is a very valuable thing. So like, whether or not that like carries on in the same sort of significance that's easy to be replicated now, it still doesn't take away how valuable it is then and how that cannot be changed. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Like, I don't know, but that's just how I feel about it. Anyway, long story short, huge fan. Love your videos.
Well, thank
you. Massive fan. Have been for a while. Sorry about infiltrating your gamer space. I'm basically a stalker, actually, who's been given too much privilege. I'm a stalker with too much privilege.
Yeah, that's great.
That's what happened. I apologize. I basically said I'm a stalker, and I love you, and I love Christmas, and that's how I'm here. Actually, it's completely perverse and wrong.
Do you remember? Do you remember when there was actually Christmas stuff going on in this game?
No, I don't. Dude, I don't know what's happening anymore. You're escaping an asylum.
Well,
like, I don't know.
Kinda. We've made it. Do you remember that door that was locked? I've unlocked it now.
How long is this game, brother?
I mean, it's a metroidvania. It's probably not that short. Hey, Tinsel! Yay!
That doesn't mean anything! It's just a Christmas object!
Ghost of Christmas Past!
Whatever.
It's amazing! Yes, thank you, Spirit. The mirror world is really cool. I like switching between the mirror areas.
Yeah, I totally agree.
So that's pretty nice. I can heal Ebenezer with red berries now. That's fun. Well, can go to the right. Let's do that then.
Oh my goodness, man. So, what's the plan? You're just gonna grind this shit out?
Do I want to? Maybe. I'm kind of enjoying it.
I want you to do whatever you want to do. I just need to know what your plan is, so I can emotionally brace myself.
I don't have a plan.
You okay. You're speaking my language. Let's go.
Yeah, my plan is enjoy the game.
You were not expecting this game to go this way, were you?
I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I have. It is very fun.
Good, I'm glad.
But
maybe I should
the thing is, we do play a lot. We play a lot of shit in this.
Yeah, we do.
So you were talking about 2-player games. There is something we could do that would be 2-player. How good are you at Mario World?
How good am I at Mario World?
Mm-hmm.
Are we talking like ROM hack shit or like on like Switch?
Because there are.
I have no context for what that means.
Yeah, so Super Mario World. There are a lot of Christmas ROM hacks. I was thinking of doing some. They could be 2-player.
Oh shit!
Because Mario World is 2-player inherently.
Okay,
So-
wait. I'm engaged. I'm engaged.
So we can
Come on.
do that. That could be fun.
I would love to do shit where, yeah, I would love
But
to.
the question is, are you good at Mario World? I don't know how difficult the hacks will be.
Well, dude, I have no idea. Okay, well,
we will find out.
are we, but with full honesty and respect, are we trying to like perform?
No, but it would be good to beat the hack if it's not that long.
Oh yeah, I guess that's a fair statement. Well, I don't know how shit could I be? I guess I could.
Well,
really...
that's the question. What I'm asking.
Well, I don't know. I need to know like what the hacks are.
They'll be Christmassy. They will be. I won't choose Kaizo. God no. There will be some Christmas Kaizo hacks. I'm not choosing them. That's insane. I don't know if you've looked at the document since we created it, but like, there's 50 things on that list.
I remember making a Google sheet and then just logging off after that.
Yeah, well, there's 50 things that I added to it. So.
Damn.
There's lots to do in the future, not this year, obviously, because that's too much for 1 year.
Yeah.
We've got our whole lives paved forward, and that's also
when
not.
When are we gonna do the Christmas Calamities live connection?
I mean, we can.
I think you should probably just come to my house. Maybe I think that's what would happen.
I mean, yeah. Would love to.
Fuck. I've just been like relaying like our previous conversation and me literally claiming that I'm a stalker and then also then saying you have to come to my house.
Yeah.
I feel like there has to be
get in
some
my
fucking
space.
disclaimer. Okay, look. This is an honest relationship built up after fucking over years. He will not come to Canada. I've tried. All of you stay away from Canada. Like it's bad.
Is it?
If only we had Disney World. If we had Disney World, you guys would come over here.
I would. No, I wouldn't. I can't afford it.
30
I would love to go to Disney World one day. It'd be nice, like, having a family, being like, oh, let's go to Disney World. It's someone's birthday or whatever. Let's treat ourselves to a magical time.
Because what's the closest Disney World? Is it Paris to you? I guess,
Yeah, probably Paris.
Yeah, which is so fucking fun. So my mom is like a Disney like fanatic and stuff. Like she's actually going to Disney. I shit you not. In like 2 weeks, she's going there. And because she has like a lot of like family memories about it too. So it like means a lot to her. And so she's like, yeah, she's a Disney adult, totally cooked, but whatever. She's wholesome, so it's fine. But my dad couldn't give a quarter of a fuck about this. So we're gonna so next year in 2025 we're gonna have a little trip to Paris. And there's a Disney World obviously in Paris. My mom was like, "Oh, like shouldn't we go to Disney World when we're there?" And my dad's like, no, and then basically threw like a distraction bone and was like, how about you go with your sister before that trip, and then you get your Disney fucking kicks out. My mom was like, I guess I could do that, but like you basically have to like distract my mom from Disney, but it's like wild. Like some people are like so cooked in, but in her case though, I do understand it though. Like if that's like what your family vacation was and that's like what your savings went towards, I totally understand how that's like the holiday that you hold like most meaningful.
I don't want
shit
to
on
like. I hope you don't take this as creepy, but I think me and your mum would get on really well.
Oh no! I'm not saying this creepy. I completely agree. I think you and my mom, Teal, storming Disney would probably have more fun than any pairing that's been created in the entire thing. 100%. Like you and my mom and Disney would be like a great time.
Yeah, I would have a very good time.
Like,
your son's so lovely, but fuck him. He doesn't care about Disney. You do.
Like,
Let's go.
No, it's true. Like, you know what? That's the wild thing, though, is that like you probably are. I'm not gonna say like there's like this idea of like a lot of Disney adultism. Like, I don't want to like shit on the concept of people enjoying things. Like,
yeah,
it's not like it's just such a nice thing. So like, even if somebody like is like spending what most of society would deem like too much money on a particular thing, it's like, well, firstly, A, it's their money, and B, what they're spending it on isn't fucking missiles.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking popcorn basket at Walt. Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
So for me, like, I don't really give a shit. Like, if you're like, I don't care. But I find though that with you though, and even like, and with like, I would we say like Summer is also into Disney?
100%.
I think so, right? Yeah. So like you, Summer, humble too. I think humble as well. Or am I wrong on that?
Yeah.
Like it's just Kingdom Hearts. But like, there's like a sector of you guys where I'm like, yeah, all of you, and my mom couldn't go with you guys. Going to Disney together would be like the unified force. Like you guys would take it on like the fucking Avengers. Like it would be crazy. And you know what? I kind of respect that. I kind of respect that. But
yeah,
unfortunately, I'm not one of those people.
That's fine. That's fine. You will not be forgiven when the time comes.
That's
when Disney takes over.
When Miska Muska Mickey Mouse strikes down on all of us.
You will.
Yeah, I will not be
the first to
yeah.
go. Your mother
I'm not gonna lie to you, buddy.
You.
It doesn't matter who's striking down. I don't think any of the entities are gonna save me, no matter who the fuck's.
What? We're talking about the end of the world, and just suddenly this flame dude's here. Like,
you just fucking see the Mickey Mouse clubhouse thing fucking spawning.
Cool.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So we're in a cemetery now.
Oh, dude, I'm with peace and love. I'm not looking at anymore.
I know.
Yeah, I know. I'm just talking. I'm just gabbing.
I kind of love it. It's good. We've looped around to places that we didn't before.
I feel like now we're just talking about random shit.
Yeah.
Planets, bloods, blood. Not the bloods necessarily, but you know, all those things.
The blood.
Nah, I mean, I said planets and bloods.
Oh,
and then
that was like 2 hours ago, man.
And then we were talking about Disney World, and we were talking about what else was that? Oh, YouTube, and you know, I'm not gonna recap. Why do I have to recap?
Yeah,
we just fucking
recap the last 7 videos.
I don't want to recap all. We just fucking talked about. I don't want to recap. But what the? Oh, God damn it! I was gonna say something, and you totally derailed me, you little bastard.
You're welcome.
I don't think that's what that means.
Yes, so I think we're gonna get the grapple here because I've seen grapple things, which means is that gonna be everything that I've not got? No, I haven't got a way to break through destructible walls and floor and stuff.
Destructible walls.
So 2 things I don't have. Yeah, I have no idea how big this game is, but I am enjoying it.
I don't know either.
I mean, it probably wouldn't be hard to look up a long play and be like, we're this far.
You think people are busting the long plays of this game already?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, I feel like maybe I was wrong on that. I'm just so used to the games we play not having any sort of...
Yeah, because we play stuff from itch.io.
Fair enough.
Or
which
random...
we have to congratulate Squid for that though. Squid was the one who gathered a lot.
She got the ones from Newgrounds.
Oh, from a new brands. Okay. What is this fucking? Okay, the second or third time I think now I'm asking. What's this called? Ebenezer in the fucking what?
Invisible world.
Forgive me for not retaining that.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay, and you want a long play of this, bro?
Yeah, there's definitely one. It's probably 3 hours. 3 and a bit hours, and...
Okay, that means you clearly.
Which means I'm an hour into it.
I'm sure getting lost didn't help. I'm not having a miserable time, by the way. I'm happy with you slapping around. Where are you currently? Can you hit your map for me, just so I can...
I'm in the cemetery, the Blackwood Cemetery.
You're in the Blackwood Cemetery, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've already been in all these places already. I mean, maybe this guy's just moving at like a record pace because halfway through his run, he's already where you are.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what I expected.
In your background, I think, does the name Victoria Peak mean anything to you?
Victoria Peak. Let's find out. No.
Which is devastating.
If it did, then I've already forgotten the name.
Okay, that's not good.
But
you're out of like the...
didn't see the spike there. Whoops.
That's not good. Fair enough.
We don't have to finish this game.
No, I think you should. If you like it, we should.
But we do not have to, because you're not loving it.
Well, it's not that... No, but I hate... I don't think it's fair, though, that I can, like, cut in like that and be like, hey, like, the best game that's been on our fucking Christmas series since fucking 1989 is this. I don't think that's, like... I don't think it's fair for me to interject. Wanna know what? Let me walk you through where my mind's at. I want to do this, actually. I completely want to do this. But for... this could be edited out or keep it in. For the viewer, my time is very limited, and I'm worried that the only thing we're piling up is this game. That's my only concern.
I see.
That's my only concern. That's
is,
literally it. It starts and ends right there. It starts and ends right there. That's it.
That is fair.
Otherwise, I do not give a shit. If you say, hey, fucking Dino, what I'm gonna play this because I like it, and this is what I want to fucking streamline for the series, I'll be like, buddy, you rock it. But that's my only concern, is that I feel like it's just this for the past... How long? How many hours? We've been doing this for like 3 hours.
Nearly 4, yeah.
Yeah, nearly 4 hours. That's my concern.
Yeah, that's fair. I hear you.
But I don't want to stop it, though. No, I feel like we have to complete it.
So, I think, yeah, we should keep going for now, because the stuff, like, doing Mario and stuff takes time.
I feel like you're placating a child at the grocery store. You're saying, Mom just has to get a few more things, and then we'll be okay. Like, I really feel that's the treatment I'm getting right now. And that's okay, but I feel like that's what I'm getting right now.
Listen, sweetie. Mommy's getting
You don't give a shit what Sweetie thinks. You don't care what Sweetie thinks. Just be honest about it. You're gonna do what you want to do.
Mommy's getting what she wants. And you...
She's going to Disney World.
Yeah, she's finally going to Disney World. Fuck you.
Mommy's going to Disney World with Teal, and you are a bastard child.
Yeah, and it's not that I don't love you, but at the moment, the way you don't respect me, I don't love you. But I do, but I really don't. You know, it's a grey area. You know,
it's a grey area.
You know.
The record. Never grey area your kids, by the way, everyone. Never grey area. Give them straight up answers. Oh god, I got a pentagram. That's lit. See, I'm playing Isaac. Okay, what is the actual? Was I supposed to be doing research on how long it's gonna take you?
No. How's Isaac going?
Isaac's going fine, man.
Is that a Christmas version?
I'm playing as Azazel. Playing as Azazel, and I'm floating around. I'm down in utero.
Excellent.
It's amazing.
I mean, we're not in. Our locations aren't too dissimilar, I guess.
I guess, yeah, yours is a little bit less bloody, which is probably better for you, I think.
Sure, that's nice.
I think so, too.
Yeah, I mean, it's have worse.
Maybe I'll probably, I can recenter though back onto you again.
There's a save room here, that's nice.
Oh, nice!